Water signs, this week, just like fire signs and earth signs, the 8th house is indicated, and that is the house of sex, death, taxes. It's the Scorpio house, so water signs are usually pretty, well, definitely Scorpio is, but the other water signs also understand the depths of Scorpio energy. It is big stuff. It is often quite murky. You can see the key word there is manipulation. And Jupiter is normally a very lucky planet and it's expansive, but what I'm getting this time is that the expansion is coming more in terms of stress in this 8th house. So that is basically marital property, it is big investments, it is taxes, sex and death, the mysteries of life and the depths of your own psyche where you are stirred up. And you're the most prone to being, let's just say, paranoid and defensive in the most best possible way. Really X-ray vision here, seeing what's really going on and getting down to the depths of an issue. So this is a very serious week. And not just for water signs, but as I say, for earth and fire signs as well. And it seems like this is a big cycle that has ended for you. There is something coming up that is ending, that is releasing you to move in a new direction. It feels like an end of a cycle. It could be the end of a business partnership. It could be an investment that you need to call time on, something along those lines. Now, there does seem to be a feminine energy in your midst, maybe not acting in the best of spirit. This is the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and this could be you feeling very defensive and angry and kind of bitter. This is very defensive energy, attack being the best form of defense, being very verbally cutting, or just very defensive and quite cold, quite rational. And very cold and chilly. So this is not a warm card, and especially in reverse, it is it can be quite mean even. So I'm really sorry to bring this energy out for you, but it's only what you are possibly already experiencing. And you might feel quite vulnerable here. You kind of feel like the fight's gone out of you now. You've kind of been battling away with this situation for a long time, especially if it's financial. This could be bad news coming into you about finances that just has you feeling like, I cannot go on with this battle any longer. I'm done. And it is the Ace of Wands in reverse says this is not going to spring into new life here. This is a situation that is not going to improve. It's not going to grow and change, and you're not going to benefit from it. So it is an ending. Now it looks to be whatever seems quite stable and strong and fortified in your life may actually come crumbling down, or somebody is putting up a big front and there's a lot of ego involved here and a lot of posturing, and that could be the case too. In some way, especially if this is business, you will be being very encouraged here to really do your due diligence with the information that you are reading or being told. Again, this Queen of Swords in reverse could be someone telling you lies. It doesn't have to be a female energy either, but it's quite passive aggressive in the reverse, in the feminine energy. So you will want to really do your homework on this, read every bit of fine print, get down to the nitty gritty, because that is definitely what Scorpio 8th house energy is all about. If things are blowing up, it's really important that you get to grips with all the details and don't just take somebody else's word for something. There is a lot to uncover here. But look, the good news is when this comes to a head, it will bring in a new wave of peace and relaxation to you. It feels like this situation has really dragged on for a long time, taken a toll on you already. And it feels like something that happens, collapses, that releases you from a cycle, and it might be harrowing and make you plumb the depths of your own soul, but then comes this freedom and release. It's like, well, when you finally get your head around cutting your losses, that is that feeling of like, I don't have to think about this ever again. I can relax here. I've got some downtime. I can just chill out about this situation. But let's see what else the universe wants you to know here and what the advice is. Yes, so you will be leaving an unstable situation. The Four of Wands in the upright is usually a stable, happy home. So groundedness, and this is a sense of security. It doesn't have to be domestically, but in reverse, just something that used to be very stable now is not. And you are being urged to zoom away from the situation, move forward, and that is where you can find your peace by moving on, moving forward, moving away. This has been a big theme for many people this week, and so this energy is pervasive in the collective. You are being advised to surrender, so don't keep working away at something that is no longer working for you. You will really get guided along this path. It will open up in front of you. The way will become clear. You may not be able to see more than 1 foot in front of you at any one time. You may not have the long distance perspective on your life or on this area that you once had, but you will, just by putting 1 foot in front of the other, be guided along a path that will lead you on to success. You are being urged to keep your faith. You may have been through the mill. It does look like you're really tired of fighting this fight, but you have the strength to power over these difficulties, whatever they might be, that seem to be coming in for you. Whatever this ending is, keep your strength up and roll towards it, surrendering anything outworn, and reclaim your power. So you might have been really being browbeaten by some situation, an investment, a relationship, a workplace situation, and you've been really trying to make it work, and it is really just time to reclaim your power and call time on something here. So the energy to lean away from is workaholism, and it feels like just keeping on grinding is not what you want to do. This is not the time to put the effort in to keep something alive. Also, lean away from jealousy, and especially living beyond your means. You may need to really rein in your spending at the moment temporarily. So that is another energy there to lean away from. There might just be a recalibration time in your finances. The 8th house is very financial, being marital property, joint property, and it could be your spouse's income even is 8th house matter actually. So lean towards mental clarity, King of Swords. So you might be this Queen of Swords in reverse, not privy to all the information, or actually keeping yourself in the dark deliberately, being unwilling to look at the fine print, and being unwilling to kind of do your due diligence here because you just don't want to think about something or don't want to see it. But Jupiter is going to really expand your 8th house matters, and it is going to make things impossible to ignore. So you want to do your due diligence here, get all the information, and act in a very logical, cool, clear-headed manner. You don't want to be over-emotional here, you don't want to be in denial, and you don't want to cling on to something that is gone. It is actually time to use the knife, the sword there, to slice and dice the situation so that you can move on. That is where your peace is going to come from in this situation here. So while there may be a big ending in one area of your life here, stay tuned because there seems to be fresh energy coming in relationships and romance. And now let's look at the energy for all signs for the week ahead. It seems as though relationships of all kinds are coming into focus this week. There is some shift coming that is going to change your emotional landscape for the better. Now, there may be a time here where this is going to take some action, or someone will take action towards you, and it feels like either an apology or just some movement towards you in the emotional realm that should have you feeling pretty good. But this may not be without a little bit of difficulty here because we have Saturn in the 7th house. Now, the 7th house is romantic partnerships, in fact, partnerships of all kinds. And Saturn does bring trials and tribulations, but only to test the strength of something, to test the strength of a relationship. And when a relationship is strong, it passes all the tests, and then you get something enduring. And that is ruled by Saturn as well, just things that last a long time and they have a permanence about them. And so this is the energy that is coming into relationships for everyone this week. The chance to firm things up. And maybe for some people, there might be some tests that push the boundaries to see how resilient your relationship is. But we've got a lovely keyword there, devotion. So there may be a lot for you to focus on decisively this week in terms of your emotional life, in terms of your partnership. And you might have to tune out all the noise around you and really do pay attention to what is going on around you in relationships. It seems as though there will be some new clarity, so some brainwave or sudden illumination that has you knowing the right path forward in love. It feels as though you will be getting over the issues that may have plagued you in the past. So this is kind of a culmination of addressing some problems. Finally, they can be either some estrangements can come to an end because of this beautiful incoming sentiment here of warmth and love. Or you might just finally figure out how to resolve some issue that has been blocking you. And for some of you, maybe it will be a decision to move on, because Saturn in the 7th house does test things to breaking point, essentially. But it does look like there is an unexpected offer coming in. You may be in the doldrums, but there is good news on its way to brighten your spirits. And in the picture cards that I pulled, essentially there is the same story here, that there may have been worries in the past, issues between you that maybe caused a bit of a roadblock here that sort of stood in the way of a happy relationship, or maybe blocked a relationship entirely. But now there is this opportunity with this new clarity here with the Ace of Swords, this fresh beginning and new thinking, has you kind of seeing your way through a thorny issue. So maybe it's so able to find your way to calmer waters and to a better state for your relationship. What else does the universe want you to know about this? So energy to lean away from is the Hermit card, but it came out in reverse. So this is not the time to go it alone. This is not the time to stay in your solitude and be an island and reject any incoming advances. This is the time to reach out, to collaborate, to get out of your isolation mode. You don't want to be antisocial at this time. You don't want to stay in your loneliness. That is energy for you to lean away from, and the energy to lean towards is the Knight of Pentacles here. So that is slow and steady and grounded progress that is lasting. Pentacles is all very Saturnine, Saturnian. So it is very much echoing this card here of building something lasting, that devotion that lasts the test of time. So there will be progress this week in terms of something concrete where you make progress together. So you will get guidance about this. You will be very intuitively guided here, and you can trust your intuition. The Two of Cups came out in reverse, but I am getting to take it in the upright, that this is a coming together. There is some kind of reconciliation energy in the air for everyone. And it could be family members, it could be some kind of ending of a grudge, seeing a way around a problem finally. Two people can kind of both make an adjustment here and both get on the same page at the same time, which is important. And the Hierophant card says this is solid, it is long-lasting, it may even be contractual, like a business partnership that you get the paperwork for. So this is a very harmonious week in terms of finding your way around the roadblocks that might have either kept you out of a business partnership or a romantic one. So I hope that helps you, my darlings. As always, if you'd like your own personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. But meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love and joy for the week ahead and beyond.